Hello, good morning. The residual vino from last night. He's a handsome fella, isn't he? It turns out to be me. That's Damo and I'm Damo. And why were you seeing such double vision is that I'm inventing an entirely new art form called Operella, right? I'm from Burnley, back streets of Burnley. I mean, I just happen to be an epic poet, like, but, you know, I never, you know, you don't get like musical education. There's no like violin lessons, piano lessons like that. I can't read music per se, which you would think would be a serious flaw, drawback in the creation of opera, seen as I need to be creating a score for like several instruments. But it turns out God dealt me the gift of being right fucking cool at music. She goes, that shit is brilliant. So, over the past, for ages now, I always record bits of ditties. I don't really do very much with them. That's chord sequences, riffs. Very rarely that they work themselves into a song. But I've always been conscious of the fact that that was sounding quite nice, that. Like that, I'm doing that, that sounds good. Best get that down. Now, last spring, I was visiting Calabria and Basilicata. I made a video. And as I was passing through the Basilicata region, I was like Googling stories, I think maybe poets, I was Googling poets of the region. And I came across Isabella de Morra. And I'm reading about her. And the story's really tragic. Like, she was a poetess and she was kept hidden in this tower by brutal brothers because their dad had fucked off. And she was like exchanging sort of literary letters with this baron. And the brothers found out about it and killed her tutor, her and the baron. But you can just picture it's very evocative. She's in a tower, top of the, you know, it's a bit like a Rapunzel vibe. And the poetry is beautiful. I'm like, whoa. Isabella, and then suddenly that's the catalyst. I'm like, maybe I could do an opera about her. I need to do an opera, Operella. You know, cause the Operella, the Concordian, which is the guy who runs the Concords, like this guy, would be there with the band. But at its core, there would be the guitarist and the musical theatre, the opera going on. Like, you know, and try and use duets. You know, recitativos, you know, try triplet, trios, or whatever. Actually, I don't know the jargon. Areas, you know, so you'd sort of infuse a little bit of opera into the, you know, the operatic rules into the operella itself. But it'll be a lot less, it'll be a lot stripped down. But also, I think with a cool band, it could be massive. You know, because most kids don't go to the opera these days. I've had the pleasure of going there, did a lot of reviewing of opera, so it broadened my you know, world view. Oh, he's singing. I think in this song, I've already written a few, I think I've written the first 5 or 6 ideas for the song. I've scored a storyboard of the whole story. I think there's like 23 scenes, and I've got music for the first 5. Anyway, I just thought I'd put that out there because I think it's going to be well cool when I finish. The very first Operella, which anyone in, you know, the back streets of Burnley, if they can play a guitar and they can get the mates around, can do. But they won't be able to do it if they're doing normal opera. And I think the British, right, we have our capacity for genius, but opera is not one of them. And I think it's because our composers are a bit dull, you know. I mean, obviously you've got Andrew Lloyd Webber, you know. I mean, it was a bit like Coldplay, innit, Andrew Lloyd Webber. First 2 albums were fantastic and then it goes a bit fucking shit. So, you know, I think musical theatre is looking for something new. And suddenly, if I do this, suddenly all cool bands will go, oh, we can do one of them. Easy, because it's just this next step from albums. As is an oratorio. But that's, I want to evolve, I'm an innovator. And I think this is going to blow everyone's heads because it's going to be so cool. And everyone's, all girls, it's feminist. You know, because this girl's right beaten down by her brothers. She's trying to escape the shackles of, you know, the patriarchal society of the 16th century fucking Basilicata. It's going to be cool as fuck. Anyway, I'll leave you with Damo. So, ever seen this guy? Ooh, da, 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 da. So what's going to happen in future is I'm going to actually write it and I'm going to sing it to me. I might get a little jump. Ooh, ooh, I'm sad about Anyway, enough of that. Right, let's get right in this shit.